So, before we get into the video, I just want to tell you guys that this isn't gonna be your typical glow up video, okay? I'm not gonna tell you what kind of aesthetic you should choose or how you should do your makeup or whatever. No. In this video, I'm going to talk about the other side of glowing up, like the mental side, the mindset, okay? Get ready for that. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. And today we're going to be talking about how you can actually glow up with your mindset. Mindset is the most important thing ever. If your mindset is strong, if you have a good foundation, you will literally be able to do anything from there. Okay, before we get into that, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be up to date whenever I post a video. Anyways, let's dive right into it. A couple years ago, I also wanted to glow up, of course, because I was so done with everything, really, with how I was treated in school, how I was treated with like the people around me. I was just done. Okay, I needed to like drastically glow up. Let me tell you this, I find myself an attractive person. I think I'm good looking, I feel confident, and I accept myself for who I am, right? But a couple years ago, that was not the case at all. I never got compliments from anybody. No one ever like really wanted to be friends with me because I radiated a certain energy that exactly told them to do that. Yeah, it's so weird. It was because I was so insecure and not like I didn't accept myself. I was afraid of other people's opinions and many other things, and I hated myself. So whatever I was feeling on the inside will reflect on the outside. Not only just in appearance, but also just the way you walk, talk, act, do things. Everything that I did was just completely like no, people didn't want anything to do with me or that. And plus I felt really like ugly. I was not pretty because I was also like kind of like brainwashed by the beauty standards that our society has set. And yeah, I just want to say that's complete bullshit, okay? Everybody is a beautiful person, but if you get the feeling that you're not good enough, you will definitely like get insecure about it and get limiting beliefs and all that kind of stuff. I remember when I was younger, I used to tell myself like, I wish I could just start over. I just wish that nobody would know me and I would be a completely different person. And then I actually got the chance to do that. So COVID happened. After that, I went to a new school and I could literally do that because nobody knew me. I cut off everybody that was toxic in my life and I just started over. That's just a blessing that just happened to happen for me. But that doesn't mean that you cannot start over, okay? Because you can always start over. Do you want to know how many times in my life I have started over? Like after COVID, I had many moments where I was like, okay, I need to rebrand my life right now. So I did that. You know what? I do not give a shit about what other people think of me. Like if they see me have a drastic change in my confidence, in my whatever, I don't care because I'm doing this for myself. Not everybody has the balls to like step up and take responsibility over their life and to just make themselves better, right? Anyways, so when I really started to glow up is when I started to work on my mindset, okay? And your mindset is literally the way you think about things in life, okay? If you think that you're unlucky, you will be unlucky. If you believe that you can never have enough money or more money or whatever, you will never have that. This all is literally just a game. If you start looking at life like it's a freaking video game, everything will become so much easier. Like if you think something about yourself, that's what's gonna happen on the outside. So you need to change how you think of yourself. You need to see that you're worth more than what you are having right now. You need to get to a point where you don't give a shit about what anyone thinks of you and that you're just like so okay with yourself that everything you do, even when you make mistakes, even when you fail, you're okay with it because you're okay with yourself. I have talked about this in many of my videos, but there are many things that you can do to start practicing that. Like for example, trying to look at yourself in the mirror without looking at the parts of you that you don't find as attractive, but by accepting the things that you do appreciate about yourself. Or for example, journaling. Like you can journal daily and reflecting about yourself, about the choices you made or things like that, just to like become more aware of yourself and about the things that you do. Something that I guess really helped me was asking myself the question, like, if I really loved myself and accepted myself for who I was, what would I do in this situation, or what would I do right now? If I really loved myself completely, would I be doing this right now? Like, constantly, you gotta put yourself at number one at all times. It doesn't matter who is telling you to do what, but if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't do it at all. Prioritizing yourself in this whole process is the most important thing ever. Because why would you listen to people who don't know shit themselves? The more I started to love myself, the more like it started to show on the outside. And I literally also have a video about this, so if you want, you can also watch that. But that's how I got to a point where I am right now. And now I can walk in a room and think to myself, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks of me, because I know who I am and I accept myself for who I am. Like, so I don't want to make this video too long, but there's one thing that I want to talk about, and I feel like this is a very huge issue in this whole process. But you gotta stop caring about what other people think of you. Like, I've said it a couple times already, but I feel like this is the most, like, the biggest problem. Okay, this is the biggest problem. At least it was for me, because I was always thinking about, oh my god, what would my friend think of me, or what would my classmates think of me, what would they think of me, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, like, the opinions of other people, their opinions, they are not facts. There's a book that I read, it's called The Daily Stoic. I think it's pretty, like, it's a really good book, but that made me realize that I cannot control things that I cannot control. Like, their opinion is out of my reach. I can literally not do anything about it. If they think that I don't look nice today, well, that's their opinion. I cannot do anything about it. As long as I think I look good and that I feel good, nothing can get in my way. So maybe you should just ask yourself, like, okay, so if I care so much about their opinion, why do I care about their opinion? And who are they to me that I care this much about this? Like, be aware of why you're doing things. Like, do you need validation from them? Do you maybe, like, want to have a similar life to what they're living? I don't know. It could be literally anything. But why do you think that you need that validation from that person? Why do you think their opinion matters? Let's say somebody has an opinion about you, or you started to wear an outfit or act like the best version of you, right? And they have an opinion about it. Yeah, okay, you changed so much. Who do you think you are? Or whatever. Why would you take advice from a person who has no idea what you are going through, or knows your situation at all, or knows that you just want to get better as a person? Like, why would you take advice from someone who doesn't know shit? You know what? Being confident isn't about appearance, it's about the energy that you send out, an energy that you radiate. And one thing that is also very important is forgiving yourself. Because I think that we are always, like, really hard on ourselves. Like, everything that has happened in the past, we will somehow always bring it up. Oh, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I made a different decision. Oh, I wish I said this and that. You cannot go back in the past, okay? All you can do is forgive yourself for everything that happened and learn from it. Forgive yourself for making those decisions. Be kind to yourself. Like, that's also so incredibly important, because, again, you need to put yourself at number one. Like, you are the most important person in your own life. You're always going to be with yourself. So I always say, how can you love others when you cannot even love yourself? Like, when you cannot even accept yourself? Of course, it's possible, but no, at the same time. You need to love yourself for who you are. So that's why I'm saying forgive yourself for everything that has happened in the past. Learn from it and accept that that's just the way it went. And you needed to go through all of that to learn things, life lessons to get to where you are today. There is always something that you could have learned from those past experiences. Also, I forgot to say this, but if somebody has an opinion and it's not nice or they're rude to you or whatever, it's a reflection of themselves that they're just projecting onto you. It says nothing about you. Also, that's something I have learned. Like, and I'm still learning, right? I'm not perfect at all. Something that I've learned like over the past year maybe or 2 years, I don't know, is that everything that other people do, it's not personal at all. There's always like something else going on with themselves, and it's never personal. It's just they're reflecting their own shit onto you. I used to hang out with somebody who was very jealous of me, and everything that they said was very questionable, but it didn't had anything to do with me. They were just jealous, right? And their insecurities, they were trying to like reflect it. They were just trying to put it onto me like it was my fault. But in reality, I knew that it wasn't. And I learned so much from that. But an opinion is, again, not a fact. It's an opinion. That's why it's called an opinion. And I guess that one of the last things that I want to say is that I say this in every one of my videos, but affirmations, like telling yourself affirmations, affirming positive things for yourself, that's the key, okay? You're wondering, like, what the hell? But it's so crazy. Also, EFT tapping is very much, like, crazy how that works. One thing that I want to say about affirmations is in the beginning when you're doing this, your mind is not going to believe that it's true. Like, for example, you're telling yourself, I am beautiful, I'm okay with who I am, I accept myself. Maybe your brain is not going to believe that. But you could tell yourself things that are true and that your brain is believing. Like, for example, I'm trying my best every day to become a better person. Or it's okay to make mistakes, but I forgive myself. Like, those are affirmations that your brain is like gonna believe more than just saying like very positive sentences, okay? And you can build it up from there, but again, it's all a game. As long as your mind believes that it's true, it will happen. And that's how everything works. Anyways, a long story short, these are all things that I did to like get to a point where I am today. And also with taking care of myself and wearing whatever I want to wear, doing my makeup how I want to do it. Also, I had a phase in my life where I was wearing like a lot of makeup because I thought that that was gonna make me like more confident, I guess. But then I felt more insecure after like realizing that it was not my real face. And now I'm like at a point where I'm like, I'm wearing less and less makeup. And that's a crazy like growth, I guess. Not that there's anything wrong with makeup because I still wear a full face every once in a while. And as long as you just need to be yourself. Like, nobody can tell you to be somebody else. Nobody can tell you what to do. It's your life. You make your decisions, and whether somebody else supports it or not, unless you stand behind it, it's all good, right? So do what you want to do, act like how you want to act, just be yourself. Also, set boundaries, okay? Don't let other people like run over your boundaries. Normalize saying no when you want to say no. You don't always have to please people. It's your life and you're in control. So I hope this video helped, and if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, if it didn't make any sense, also let me know, because I can be very chaotic in my videos and sometimes I just talk, I make notes, I barely look at them. But yeah, that was it for today. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be up to date whenever I post a video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!